Hey guys, it's Blake, and today I wanted to share with you guys my Accutane experience. So if you don't know what Accutane is basically a drug prescribed by your dermatologist, and it is a severe form of acne medicine. It is for people with the worst of the worst acne where no other treatment has worked for them. And so you get on Accutane because it's a last resort. And why it's a last resort is because there are so many side effects and it's extremely controversial in the medical community and in general. It's kind of a mouthful. What Accutane is it's a form of vitamin A, and vitamin A is essentially going to, when taken in the pill form like Accutane, it is going to decrease the amount of oil that your oil glands produce. And essentially it is going to dry the fuck out of your skin in order to speed up the skin renewal process. It's another mouthful. So basically, I went on Accutane because no other acne medicine was working for me. And I was taking antibiotics, I was prescribed retinol, I was getting acne surgery done and extractions done, which is basically where they cut open your skin and extract it and burn your skin, like the cut marks, with acid to try to kill bacteria in your skin. I was doing everything. It was painful, it was frustrating, and it was embarrassing just because literally nothing was working on my skin. So when I finally qualified for Accutane, I was overjoyed because Accutane is kind of known as like the miracle drug that is going to clear up your skin. But the thing is, it comes at a cost because I went through hell on Accutane. There's a lot of side effects, there's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of dedication that goes into making sure that you don't like fall apart when you're on the medicine. But I will get into that in a moment. But anyways, I decided that I wanted to do a face mask, kind of like rewarding my skin, even though it's been 3 years since I've been on the medicine. Every single time I talk about it, my face kind of like cringes. I don't know how to explain it. So I'm going to do a face mask while I am talking about my experience. I'm gonna be a little beauty guru right now. This is Bee Berry Smooth Moisturizing Peel Mask Blueberry Pineapple by Formula 1006. I don't know if I said that all right, but here it is. I hope you can see it. If you can't, oh well. But I'm gonna put it on and hopefully my skin will be glowing after. Ooh, should I like film this being put on? Sure. You guys are about to see me real crusty. Ooh, ooh, look at that glow. It's like a natural highlight. Not natural, but you know. Ooh. And basically this is gonna peel off and hopefully take any grossness, oh I got it in my lip. It's hopefully gonna take any grossness that's in my skin right now out with it when I peel it off. So, here we go. Ooh, look like a little cricket up close. Okay, I think it's pretty much on, but without further ado, let's get started. Ooh, my hands are sticky. I will be right back, just kidding. I am back, and I am shiny, like, ooh, shine bright like a diamond. Anyways, back to Accutane. So, like I said, you have to qualify for Accutane. I qualified for Accutane because no other acne treatment was working for me. And so, I'm gonna get into some of the side effects that my doctor first told me when we were discussing Accutane. Basically, I would be on this medicine for 6 months, and for the 6 months, the first 3 months, my skin was going to peel, bleed, crack, my lips were gonna peel, bleed, crack. Everything on my body was gonna be extremely dry because the vitamin A, the Accutane itself, was going to decrease the oil coming out of my pores and my oil glands or whatever it is. So basically I would experience extreme dryness, extreme cracked lips, extreme everything. And that was to be expected the first 3 months, and then it would be less severe over time. I was taking it for 6 months, remember? And then also another couple side effects she mentioned were depression, thoughts of suicide, psychosis, hearing voices in your head, birth defects if you're a girl and you get pregnant on it. Just lots of stuff that was very scary. There was reported liver damage with this. So there's a lot of controversy around this because of these side effects. And it's because of these side effects that you have to sign up with a program called iPledge. And iPledge is basically you agreeing every single month that you accept the risks, that you are going to use contraceptives so you don't get pregnant, you are going to take birth control if you're a girl, and that you are going to get your blood tested every single month so it could tell if there was damage done to your liver. So the only way you could get your acne medicine is if you signed up for iPledge and if they approved you and if you were following their guidelines. So every single month I had to get my blood drawn, which was extremely scary for me because I am scared of needles. I am scared of like anything touching my arm, and but I didn't. I wanted that clear skin, you know. And so I went in every single month and I had to get blood drawn so they could test my liver. Basically they were testing my triglycerides, my lipids, all that jazz, to make sure that there was no damage being done by the medicine, because it's really hard on your liver to take pills, to take alcohol too, but just to take anything, because your liver is what processes it and breaks it down. Actually, that may not be true, but anyways, I had to get my blood tested every single month, and then on top of it, I had to sign up for the iPledge, and that was just, that was the easy stuff to do. The hardest part was when I started to take it. I was taking 2 capsules daily. Well, remembering the medicine was the first part, but the side effects that I got were so horrible. My skin was so dry, so crusty, so disgusting, and it started right away. I was expecting the first month to be pretty mild, but by the end of the first month, my skin was horrible. And I'm gonna include pictures on this side or somewhere so that you guys can tell. And as you can see in these pictures, I was breaking out everywhere. I went from having maybe a pimple or two to literally my entire face looked like it had volcanoes erupting from every single surface. I was red, I was irritated, I was sensitive to the sun, and on top of it, I was drying and cracking everywhere. I had rashes down my body, on my back, on my arms. My hands were cracking and peeling. My lips were cracking and peeling and bleeding everywhere. It was horrible. Horrible. It was so bad. And that was by the end of the first month, I was already like, what the hell? What did I get myself into? End of the first month, get my blood tested. The second month, it gets even worse. What I thought was bad was not even the start of it, you guys. So on top of my skin breaking out, like the worst it's ever broken out before, 10 times worse than it was before the medicine. My lips were bleeding, whatever, my skin was bleeding, dry, whatever. No amount of moisturizer could fix that. Like, so on top of all that, the moisturizer wasn't working, the lip balm wasn't working. Nothing would work to kind of just give me a break for a couple hours. Like, I would put on moisturizer, just sink in, and I'd be bleeding again. It was so bad, and it was so painful, you guys. Like, by the end of the third month, I was expecting, okay, my skin's gonna clear up, this is what's expected, my skin will start to clear up, everything, the symptoms will start to go down. No. The third month, I was still going strong, if not even worse than ever. So literally, I thought the light was at the end of the tunnel. The light was at the end of the tunnel there. It wasn't. I had a long way to go. Remember, I was on this medicine for 6 months. The first 3 months, everything was supposed to get out. Everything was supposed to be clear by then. And it just wasn't. So at this point, I am miserable. I am humiliated because everywhere I go, everybody's looking at me. My skin is peeling, cracking, you know. And it was horrible. I feel like I was depressed from that alone. Just being humiliated and feeling so bad about myself. But on top of that, before you get on Accutane, you are supposed to let it be known. You're supposed to tell your doctor if you have a history of depression, eating disorders, diabetes, just conditions, pre-existing conditions. But for me, I knew that if I was to tell the dermatologist that I had a history of eating disorders, that if I was to tell the dermatologist I was depressed when I got on the medicine, I wouldn't have gotten it. And for me, I wanted it so bad that I was willing to risk the side effects from that to have clear skin. That's how bad I wanted it. So after 3 months of being on this medicine, I was more depressed than ever. My eating disorders were worse than ever. I felt like I was going insane. So on top of looking disgusting, on top of feeling disgusting, my head was also in a horrible place. So I feel like I had looked the worst I had ever in my life. And then on top of it, I felt the worst I had ever felt in my life. And that was really hard. I mean, I remember times where I really was considering stopping it because I was so suicidal or so depressed. And that is a symptom or a side effect, suicidal feelings, and you're supposed to let your doctor know. But I was stupid and I wanted clear skin so badly. I was already halfway through the process that I was just gonna push till the end. And I don't recommend that at all because that was wrong of me. That was stupid of me. But here I am and I'm telling this story, so I did it. And by the end of the 6 months, that was, I think at that time, 7 blood drawings, 7 or 8 doctor's appointments, checkups, whatever, and my acne was still not better. And I was so scared that I had just gone through everything. I had just gone through all this depression, gone through all this misery with my skin being so disgusting and painful and so ugly. I had gone through it all. After 6 months, not being clear, I thought it was for nothing. I was so scared that it wasn't gonna clear up. But at the end of the 6 months, the light at the end of the tunnel started to like fucking expand. Like I could finally see that light. My skin started to clear up. I started to get less dry. My symptoms are going away. The side effects weren't like as strong. My head was kind of clearing up. And at about 7 months, my skin was getting back to normal. Not normal, it was getting clear. And when I tell you how relieved I was the first time I could look in the mirror and say, oh my god, I don't have 5 or 6 pimples, I only have 1 or 2. Like that moment when I only had 1 or 2 pimples instead of an entire face full was the most amazing moment ever. Because you look at yourself every single day, like, and you can tell like, oh, I have 10 pimples. It's hard when you look at yourself every single day and you don't really notice changes, you know? Because I was looking at my face every 20 minutes because I'd be bleeding or something and I just wasn't noticing the changes. But then suddenly people were coming up to me and saying, oh, your skin looks so good, it's so clear, what did you do? Like, I was like, oh, I was on Accutane, oh, that sucks, but your skin is clear now. Like, I was finally at a point where my skin was clear or clearing up. And that was the most amazing feeling in the world. Like, suddenly having clear skin after going through 6 months of hell with bleeding everything, with cracked everything, with painful rashing everything, that was hell. Like, after going through that and finally having clear, perfect skin, like, I could cry right now just thinking about it. Like, even though my experience on Accutane was horrible, like, I would never want to repeat that. I would never wish that experience on anyone. It was so worth it. Even though I was depressed, even though I was mentally fucked up for a while, even though my face was fucked up for a long time, my body was fucked up, it was worth every penny I spent, every tear I cried over horrible skin. Like, it was worth it all because I have so much confidence now with my skin. I have so much confidence in general now, but my skin is like a main contributing factor to that confidence. And I can honestly say that the Accutane helped me so much. Even though it fucked me up for 6 months, almost a year, it was worth it. And I am thankful for my clear skin. People are always complimenting me on my skin. And you guys, it did not come easy. I went through fucking a lot of shit to get this clear skin. But like I said, it was worth it. And I could not be happier with the results. Even though I'm breaking out a little here and there, overall I do not have the same acne that I did before. It is super easy to clear up. It clears up fast. And it honestly just changed my life. Like, Accutane changed my life. And if you're thinking about getting on it, my only recommendation is to be honest with your care provider, with your dermatologist about pre-existing conditions that you have, and that you need to be careful and you need to know that this is going to suck for a little while, but if you want clear skin, it is worth it. So with that said, I'm gonna kind of recap. Qualified for Accutane after nothing worked, got on Accutane, skin fucking sucked, mind fucking sucked, everything fucking sucked for those 6 months. And then 7-8 months later, my skin cleared up, my head cleared up, and I have flawless skin now. Not flawless, like, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of breaking out right now, and in general, because I haven't been washing my face and doing what I should, but overall, my acne is so much better, and I couldn't be more thankful. But without further ado, I need to peel this face mask off because it is bugging the hell out of me. So, hold on. I need to get this thing off. Ooh. But you see this glow? I feel like kind of like a mannequin, like, ooh. But anyways, let's see. And don't come for my skin right now. Like I said, I'm breaking out right now, but overall, it's a lot better, so. Ooh. Oh no, it's coming off in pieces. Oh. I don't know if you can see this, but there is like blackheads in here. Of course, my camera died while I was peeling off the mask. So without further ado, before the camera dies again, I'm gonna peel off the rest of the mask. Oh, where'd it go? Oh. Oh my god, what? Is this gonna focus? You can kind of see, like, but honestly, my skin's not that crusty right now, so there's not that much in it. Ooh, my lips are so dry. I feel like I'm on Accutane again. Ah! Oh. Oh, it's in my eyebrow, y'all. Ooh. Honestly, that's good enough. You get the point. Like, it's all ticklish, whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about my fucking experience from hell with Accutane. But anyways, just remember that life is a mess, so let's be messes together. Bye, y'all. And look at this fucking flawless ass skin right now. Like, ooh, not flawless, but you know, close. Bye.